I see why Sora 2 is becoming the big deal that it is, and I finally found it. It's hosted right now on Leonardo.AI, along with a lot of our other favorite models here. I'm pretty excited. We've got Hailuo, we've got Sora, we've got VEO, we've got Kling. I mean, pretty much all of my favorites right now are living at Leonardo.AI, which is just awesome because they've got a rollover bank with credits, and I've been spending more of those credits in the past couple of weeks than I have in a long time. So, Leonardo, I really appreciate you being a spot that's hosting all these engines. Guys, I'm Brian, half of the Creative AI Show, where we're two creative guys talking AI, putting videos up on YouTube every day. Fun stuff like this, and just, comparing and seeing how these engines are doing in different applications. So today, I am testing Sora 2, and I have a real-life application. I have a client that's a pretty high-end client of ours. Rosh and I actually share this client, and we're doing something really cool where we use Google Notebook LM, and we made a podcast out of a publication they put out every month. So along with this, we're going to have little snippets of audio, maybe anywhere from 5 to 20 seconds, and I need to have some sort of supporting visual to go along with these audio snippets. And we're going to be sharing these as reels on social media to get people back to listen to the podcast. So one of the really quick little short snippets was, having an insurance policy alone is not enough. And I wanted a visual of an insurance policy saying approved, but a light in the background saying not enough. Sora was able to fit this vision absolutely perfectly. It's off to a great start with me, and I'm going to compare it a little later in this video to Kling and to Google VEO and to Hailuo and to even LTX. And there's a reason Sora is a big deal right now, and I can't wait for you to see why. So, all right, so here, this one is okay. I wanted this idea of a safety net going on. It says disaster plan. It spelled things right, which is what Sora has done and a lot of the other ones haven't. But it was, I'd say, off a little bit, but altogether pretty good. This one I thought was great. It was like a room full of servers with a floating thing, animated, access denied. And, if I were to try to animate this with the moving camera and the visual and the transparency on the access denied, it would be very, very difficult. So the fact that I have this just at my fingertips is just awesome. So, all right, now I'm going to get into the really complex prompt that I use to really push this engine. And I'm going to compare how Sora 2 does against, say, Sora 2 Pro, against Kling Turbo, against VEO, against LTX, and Sora is so good. So, all right. Altogether, we're telling a complex story. So this is a cinematic short film, modern office showing a sudden disaster. It opens with a business owner reviewing a folder, but then all of a sudden the lights turn off, and now a data center, access denied, and then all of a sudden people with a floated corridor office trying to save the employees, and then a shift in tone as everything gets fixed and is better. And you know what? For only 12-second clip and giving it all of that, it listened to 80% of this and gave me something that I could put behind this clip that I did, and it's really good. So, you've got your danger part of it, then you've got your disaster plan, and most importantly, look at the screens, look at the paper. Everything is spelled correctly, and that has been a big issue with AI and even some of these engines here down the road that I'm going to show you here in a couple minutes where it struggled. So this kind of, to me, is the gold standard. It did a really good job. Resolution's good enough for social media. It looks good on my computer screen. It'll look even better compressed down a bit on the phone. But Sora 2, you're doing great. And most importantly, because I'm building this for a reel, what's awesome is on Leonardo, you've got the option of choosing the 9:16 aspect ratio as opposed to the 16:9 when it comes to Sora, and you could do a full 12 seconds on one like this, which is what I did. So, all right, now I went on over to Sora 2 Pro, which, guys, is a lot more credits. And you know what? Some of these scenes, the graphics might be able to look a little more fluid and a little faster and more action-packed, but there's a lot of mistakes, too. If we go right there to this computer screen, that's not a real word. I want things spelled correctly. There's access denied. That's good. And then all of a sudden, it turned into some sort of other language. I love this scene of the people running down the hallway. That looks realistic. Somebody turning off a generator. Somebody looking at a plan with a very weird looking notebook ring. We got a little bit of an issue there. And, they're looking frantically at each other. And then all of a sudden the screens turn green and things are okay again. Things are back online. They're smiling. They're happy. So it was able to tell this whole story in a pretty cool way. I'm pretty impressed with it. So good. All right. Now, let's go to Kling 2.5 Turbo, which, if you asked me a week or two ago, I'd say, hey, this is the best one out there. Now, I have done comparisons of Kling 2.5 on Leonardo versus it on Kling, and it struggles a little bit. So let's take that with a grain of salt here. But nothing here is usable. I mean, It's just, it's a weird commercial. I mean, granted, it's a little bit shorter. I think I only did the 8 seconds on this one, but it was in the right aspect ratio, so that's good. But really, nothing here is usable. None of the text looks good. Sora is kicking its butt. And then Google VEO 3.1. Again, the people look really good. I don't mind this little flooded scene here. That looks a little bit scripted and a little too bright. If you see, the color contrast is very strong on this one between the brights and the darks. Things are very, very, in the shadows, very shadowy, and then in the lights, very, very bright. So that's definitely a complaint I would have on 3.1 on this. And then just for fun, I know it's not horizontal, but I gave LTX 2.0 Pro a try, and there's a lot of good in here. I like, how this looks. I mean, his motion there was not fluid. That Fluid's motion was. That's a little bit weird way to present a notebook to someone. I do like all these TV screens at the end. So, none of these other outputs were anywhere close to Sora. So, guys, if you've got credits on Leonardo and you're looking for a way to use Sora 2 or Sora 2 Pro, head on over to Leonardo. You will not be disappointed. Guys, if you like advice like this, please like and subscribe to the channel. Also, check out every Monday, Rosh and I do the Creative AI Show, where we talk about updates like this, using platforms like Leonardo, testing all of these different engines against each other, and trying to give information for the creative AI director out there to create a good quality product, whether that's for your personal projects or if you're doing it for, your work, or doing it to help other companies. So appreciate you watching. We're two creative guys and we're talking AI.